family and friends. Today we're going to be making one of the Sindhi staples known as orme mani. For this recipe, you're going to use some pre-made chapatis that you have, some leftovers. I would use approximately 5 or 6 depending on the quantity. We're going to need approximately 2 to 3 tomatoes. We like it tart, so we're going to use basically 2.5 tomatoes. We're going to use about 5 to 6 chili peppers because we do like it spicy. You can leave the ginger out, but we like to include the ginger for some optimal flavors. 1 big piece of garlic. 1.5 teaspoons of mustard seeds. These are mustard seeds, also known as or. And then, of course, we're going to include our salt, red chili powder, turmeric or heda, and our dhania powder. So let's get started. As you can see, we have gone ahead and chopped up our chili, ginger, garlic, and tomatoes. We're going to go ahead and get started by putting 2 tablespoons of olive oil in our pan. So 2 tablespoons, guys. 1 and 2. All right. We're going to go ahead and let that get hot. Give it about 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. Make sure your pan is on medium. And now we're going to go ahead and add our mustard seeds, and that was 1.5 teaspoons. We're going to go ahead and shake up that pan a little bit to get those mustard seeds coated nicely in the oil. Now, as soon as you hear your mustard seeds starting to crackle and pop, we're going to go ahead and add our garlic. Now, once you've added your garlic, and for those of you that like to have ginger, I would put in the ginger in at this point as well. We're going to go ahead and shake our pan up a little bit to get the oil to coat the ginger and the garlic nicely. And we're going to let that shallow fry until we can smell the aromas of the ginger and garlic. So that's going to be approximately 1 minute. So now that our garlic has turned just a little bit of semi-golden brown, we're going to go ahead and add those tomatoes. So it was 2.5 small plum tomatoes. Okay. And then what I like to do is I like to go ahead and add my chilies at this point as well. Now, if you think your stove is a little high, my friends, go ahead and put that to medium-low so your garlic doesn't burn. And we're going to give that tomato a wonderful stir to get the oil to coat it evenly. Once again, we want to be back on medium to medium high. We want to hear that tomato cooking, and we're going to nicely go ahead and get that soft. So once we've added our tomatoes to the oil and given it a nice stir, we want to go ahead and add our spices at this point. I'm going to go ahead and get started with 2 teaspoons of salt. Now, remember, you can add more or less depending on your taste. So we do like things just a little bit salty, so I'm going to do 2.5 teaspoons. I'm going to go with 1 heaping teaspoon of the red chili powder, 1 big teaspoon of the turmeric powder, and we're going to go ahead and end with 2 teaspoons of the dhania powder. Now, once you've added all those wonderful spices, we're going to go ahead and mix that. Coat your masalas with the tomatoes evenly. And it smells so wonderful at this point. The ginger and the garlic, it smells amazing. So as you can see, at this point, the tomatoes are starting to get a little soft. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that our stove is turned down to medium-low. And we're going to cover it and let it rest for approximately 3 minutes till the tomatoes get nice and soft. Now, as you can see here, family and friends, I went ahead and took approximately 5 medium-sized chapatis. And I went ahead and I ripped them to these pieces. And now we're going to go ahead and add them to our pot. Guys, as you can see, the oil has started to separate on the sides of the pot, and the tomatoes are now very nice and soft. And this is exactly the consistency that we're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and take those chapatis Okay, you can use the older chapatis that you have in the fridge. Sometimes we have those left over. And I took approximately 5 to 6 depending on the size. And as you can see, we're going to go ahead and give those just a little bit of a nice mix. Now once you do that, alright, so once we give that a nice stir, we're going to go ahead and add our 2 cups of water because we want these chapatis to mix in these lovely flavors. We're going to go ahead and give that a nice stir. Okay, make sure you get the masalas from the bottom of the pot. Stir it nicely all the way to the top. Okay, and as I said, I used 2 cups of water because we want the chapatis to get nice and soft towards the end. So at this point, I'm on medium. So as we're on medium, we're now going to go ahead and mix those nice, wonderful chapatis. We're going to cover it and we're going to leave it on medium. And we're going to check back on it in 5 minutes. All right, my dears, it has been approximately 5 minutes at this point and the water has nicely dried up. I'm going to give it a quick stir to make sure that it is the consistency that I'm looking for. So there you have it, family and friends. This is our Sindhi style orme mani. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Have a good day. See you soon.